Today, the story of Nanda Thera from Dhammapada. Yatha agaran dochana voti samadhi vajati ewa abhavidan jaitan rago samadhi vajati. Yatha agaran suchana voti nasamadhi vajati ewa subhavidan jaitan rago nasamadhi vajati. Just as rain breaks through an ill-thatched house, so patience penetrates an undeveloped mind. Just as rain does not break through a well-thatched house, so patience never penetrates a well-developed mind. Those stanza were taught by the Buddha when he was in Jetavana monastery, with the reference to Venerable Nanda, his younger brother. You know, when the Buddha appeared in the world, he gave the first sermon, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, in Migadavana, Varanasi, near Varanasi city. After that, the Buddha went to Rajagaha city because of invitation of Bimbisara king. When the Buddha was living in Veluvana monastery together with Bhikkhu Sanghas, then the Buddha's father, Suddhodana, wanted to see his son's Buddha. Then he arranged to invite his sons to come back to Kapila city, Kapila country, Nepal countries. Then he sends 1,000 people with one leader ministers to invite the Buddha. Then a group of people, 1,000 people went to Rajagaha countries to invite the Buddha. When they meet the Buddha gave the Dhamma talk. After listening to the Buddha Dhamma, all people became Arahanta. When they become Arahantas, you know, their duty already finished. They don't inform the Buddha the invitation of Suddhodana king, the Buddha's father. Is it? Then Suddhodana arranged with another group, 1,000 people with one leader. They also went to the Rajagaha city to invite the Buddha. The same way, after listening to the Buddha's Dhamma, they became Arahanta. So they don't inform Suddhodana's invitations. In this way, how many times? 10 times, is it? Uh, 10 times. Okay, 10 times. 10 times, 9 times. Then the last time he arranged with the Galudai ministers. Kaludai. When they don't come back to Kapila city, then Suddhodana also asked Kaludai, the Buddhas, maybe he is younger than, maybe a few days younger than the Buddhas. Then he asked Kaludai ministers to go to Rajagaha city to invite the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha. Then Kaludai understood, if he go there, he will become Aranda, then he will not inform his invitation. That is why before going to Rajagaha city, before going to the Buddha, then he requested from Suddhodana king first, if you allow me to ordain under the Buddha, then I will go there to invite. Then Suddhodana king also allow him to ordain together with his follower. Then he went to the Buddhas to invite with the Suddhodana's king's order. The same way, when they meet the Buddha gave the Dhamma talk to them, then they become Arahanta. Then after some time, Kaludai also become Bhikkhu, is it? Then all become bhikkhus after becoming arahanta. Then after some time, Kaludai informed the Buddha, his father, Suddhodana king's invitations. Then they arranged to go to Kapila city with 20,000 bhikkhus, arahantas. Then okay, they reached Kapila cities with many bhikkhu sanghas. The first day, the Buddha gave Vesandra Jataka. The second day, the Buddha gave Chanda, Gainari Jataka, etc. After those Dhamma talk, Suddhodana king began the first Dhamma talk, Sotapanna. Next Dhamma talk, Mahapajapati Gautami began Sotapanna. Suddhodana king began Sakadagami, etc. Is it? Then the third day in Kapila city, then the Buddha went to their palace for Nanda's wedding ceremony together with his younger sister Janabhara Kalyani. Janabhara Kalyani is the most beautiful girl in the country. This is the meaning of Janabhara Kalyani. They were having wedding ceremony. Nanda's wedding ceremony with the Janabhara Kalyani. For this wedding ceremony, they also invite the Buddha and Bhikkhu. They also invited the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha. Then the Buddha went there. After giving Anumodana talks to the audience, then the Buddha left from the royal palace. Then he also gave his bows to Nanda. Then Nanda took the Buddha's bow. Then he thought, Sopana Sise Patan Ganesati at the step or staircase. Maybe the Buddha will give his bow himself. He thought like this, then he brought the Buddha's bow. Then the Buddha didn't take his bow. Then Nanda continued to follow. Maybe at the end of the staircase, maybe the Buddha will take his bow himself. Then Nanda thoughts, Nanda prince thoughts, but the Buddha didn't take. Okay, then maybe the Buddha will take at the gate of the royal palace. He thought like this. Then the Buddha didn't take. In this way, Nanda followed together with the Buddha, bringing the Buddha's bow. Then he reached to the Veluvana monastery. Then the Buddha asked Nanda, "Do you want to ordain?" He just finished the wedding ceremony with the. In the royal palace, you know, the many lady informed the Janabara Kalyani. Oh, you know, the Buddha bring the Nanda prince to monastery. Then Janabara Kalyani comes and meet. Then she also orders the Nanda prince. Oh, okay, he may say, my husband, is it? My husband or prince, please come back as soon as possible. ASAP. Then Nanda actually, he doesn't want to follow to the monastery, but he respects the Buddha. That is why he couldn't say, Bhante, please take your bow back, your bow. He couldn't say like this. Because of this reason, then okay, he followed the Buddha. Then they reached the monastery. Although he reached the monastery, he is still hearing the order of Janabara Kalyani. Is it? Please come back as soon as possible. At the time she was also washing her hair. Then she the half comb of the hair. Then half is not well arranged. In this way. Then when they arrived at the Veluna monastery, the Buddha also asked Nanda, do you want to ordain? Then he couldn't reject because he respects the Buddha as a brother. Nanda, do you want to ordain? Actually, he doesn't want to ordain, but yes, Bhante, he said. Yes, Bhante. Okay, please ordain Nanda as bhikkhus. Then he became bhikkhu. Is it? Sorry. In the monastery, sorry, not Viluvana monastery, in the monastery in the Kapila city, no? Okay, the Buddha also stayed in one monastery in Kapila city, Kapila country. Then after wedding ceremony, Nanda followed with the Buddha to the monastery. Then according to Buddha's order, okay, Nanda ordained as a bhikkhu in the monastery. Then the Buddha went back to Rajaka country. Then they lived in Veluna monastery. Then Nanda was also there. Then after some time they went to the Jetavana monastery in Savatthi city. Then the Buddha also asked him to practice meditations. Then after briefly, then another one is a Rahula. Rahula also the same way. Actually, the third days of arriving of the Buddha in the Kapila city, then Nanda ordained. Then the third day of arriving in Kapila city, Kapila country, the Buddha also went to the royal palace. Then at that time, Rahula or his mother Yasodhara asked Rahula to ask, the inheritance from the Buddha. When before renunciation of the Buddha, he has very big treasure pot, four treasures pots. Then you ask the inheritance for you. Then he follow according to his mother's request. Then he also asked, Bhante, your shadow is very peaceful. Then in this way, he also followed with the Buddha to the monastery. Then the Buddha decided to give the Lokottara Dhayaja inheritance or the mundane, super mundane inheritance. Then the Buddha also ordained Rahula as Asamanera there. Then after that, bringing Nanda, Rahula, and the other Bhikkhu Sanghas, then went back to Rajagaha city, stayed in Vilwana monastery for some time. After that, according to invitation of Ananda Pendika, then they went to Jetavana monastery. That time, Nanda was practicing meditation. But he was not happy with the meditation practice. He always remembered Janabhara Kalyani. He just married without staying together with Janabhara Kalyani, even one night. Then he remembers Janabhara Kalyani's what? Prince, please come back to the royal palace as soon as possible. But he couldn't come back because of the Buddha brought him to the Savatthi city. Then during this time, he also said to many bhikkhu, I am not happy as a bhikkhu. I cannot practice meditation well. I remember Janabhara Kalyani. Then sure I will disrobe. Or he is saying in this way. Then the Buddha also heard the news from Bhikkhu Sangha. Then Buddha asked him to come to him. Then Nanda, you are not happy as a bhikkhu. You cannot practice meditation well. Is it truth? Yes, Bhante, I remember Janabhara Kalyani. Then, okay, then the Buddha took his arms. Then with the Buddha's power, psychic power, went to the, towering the Devarams. On the way to towering the Devaram, there's the burning paddy field. Then there's also one monkey, very old female monkey. Then also her body was burned by the fire. Is it? Black body. Also no ear. Also no taste. Then he saw, you see this old female monkey. Nanda also saw this very old monkey. Compared to Janabhara Kalyani, who is more beautiful? Then he asked, the Buddha asked. Then Nanda cried a lot. Why you compare with the monkey? Janabhara Kalyani is more beautiful than this monkey. Is it? Then, okay, with the Buddha's power, he went to towering the Devarams. Then, the Buddha went to Sakka's palace. Then, on the way to Sakka's palace, our devotee Sakka, there are a lot of Devi, female Devas. They are very beautiful. Then when Nanda saw them, then he was very interested. He already forgot the Janabhara Kalyani. The Buddha understood this condition, his condition. Then the Buddha asked, compared to Janabhara Kalyani with those Devis, who is more beautiful? Then he answered, compared to those Devis, they are more beautiful than Janabhara Kalyani. Compared to them, Janabhara Kalyani became like monkey. He himself answered. Then do you want? Oh, sure, I want. He is not shameful. Sure, I want. Okay. If you want those Devi, I will sponsor you. You only just practice meditation happily. Then, okay, they come back to Jetavana monastery again. Then he wants the Devi. He already forgets the Janabhara Kalyani. Then with the intentions to obtain those Devi, then he practiced meditation. Then the Buddha also suppressed this news within the Sangha. Then many Bhikkhu Sangha, the Buddha also arranged Bhikkhu Sangha to criticize or to joke. Nanda is practicing meditation to get Devi, Then they are also talking in this way. Then what happened? Then Nanda become shined, become shameful with their criticisms. Then he only just go to the secluded place and practice meditation. He had already fulfilled 100,000 sport cycle. He had already fulfilled 10 parami for 100,000 sport cycle. Because of this reason, then he became Arahanta soon. Is it? Then after becoming Arahanta, then he informed the Buddha, okay, last time we have agreement each other. Then the Buddha sponsors to me, you practice meditation happily, correctly, then you can get those devi. I will undertake this. I will sponsor this. Then I also agree, because of this reason I practice meditation. But now I don't want those devi. Or he confessed himself. Then after some time, many bhikkhu sangha also asked, Nanda is very silent. He keep quiet. Last time he is not happy as a bhikkhu, he is going to disrobe, etc. But now he never said this word. Then they ask again, sure, I don't want to disrobe. I have no attachment to Janavara Kalyani. Then many bhikkhu sangha thought, oh, Nanda proclaims, declare the Arahanta attainment. Then they reach to the Buddha. Then the Buddha also answer by reciting those stanzas. Okay? Okay, what are the stanzas? Yatha agaran Yatha agaran dochana woti samati vijati ewan abhavitan chaitan rago samati vijati. There's a one house. What kinds of house? An E-text house. Then when heavy rain comes, what will happen? What will happen? Then the rain breaks through an E-text house. If heavy rain comes, sure, the whole house will be with the water, raining water, because it is an E-text house. In the same way, evam abhavitan chaitan rago samati vijati. So patience penetrates in undeveloped mind. If you don't develop your the samatha and vipassana meditation, your mind is called undeveloped mind. What will happen? Undeveloped mind. Then what will happen? If there's no concentration, your mind is not staying with samatha meditation objects or vipassana meditation objects, then passions, raga, will appear in your mind. Sure, thinking about sensual pleasure, is it? Thinking about enjoyment of sensual pleasure, always thinking. Then this one's a kame chanda nivarana. There commentary mention nagevalan ragova. Not only raga arises in your mind, dosa moha mana tayo sabakilesa tatarupan chaita ativiya vichandiyewa. Dosa also will arise. Vyapada nivarana. Is it? Evil. Sure, you are getting angry with others if you don't put your mind inside samatha meditation objects or vipassana meditation object. Then whatever experience you are not satisfied with yourself or others, then you are getting angry. Is it? Sometimes moha, sometimes mana, many different kinds of kilesa arises in your mind alternately. Not to arise the defilements kilesa in your mind, to prevent the arising of the defilement in your mind. Okay, put your mind inside meditation objects. Must be samatha or vipassana meditation objects. Then your mind will be developed mind. Is it? So if your mind is undeveloped mind, your mind will be tortured by defilements all the time, sure. Like ill-test house, okay? Then another stanza, according to next stanza, you see. Just as rain does not break through a well-test house. Oh, there's a well-test house. Then although there's a heavy rain, the raining water will not come inside the house because of well-test house. It can cover, it can protect the raining waters not to go inside the house. In the same way, if you are developing samatha and vipassana meditation diligently, you put your mind inside samatha meditation objects or vipassana meditation object all the times, then there's no chance for arising or defilement in your mind. Is it? So here, passion, so passion never penetrates a well-developed mind. Then when you are developing samatha and vipassana meditation, then kilesa have no chance to arise in your mind. Then the developed mind, this is called developed mind. Then the Buddha says this one, okay? Then you know, developed mind and undeveloped mind. Then if you don't develop samatha or vipassana meditation, sure, then kilesa will arise, lobha or dosa or moha. Very difficult to prevent. All the time thinking about sensual pleasure, all the time thinking about harming others or killing others, or not satisfied with others, etc. Is it? They are arisings or defilements. But when you develop your mind, when you develop samatha and vipassana, then you have developed mind. Then developed mind can protect or can prevent the arisings of defilements. Oh, in this way, then you understand. Is it? You are then anyway, although you are not successful in meditation, if you develop samatha and vipassana meditation, because of the development of samatha and vipassana meditation, you are still okay. You still can prevent the arisings of defilements for sometimes. But if you are successful in meditation, then you can stay your mind with the samatha and vipassana meditation object whenever you want, for a long time, etc. Then sure, there's no chance for arisings of kilesa in your mind. You can prevent. In this way, you practice step by step successfully. Then finally, you realize you attain mega knowledge, path knowledge. Then this mega knowledge will completely destroy the respective defilement. Then it will never appear again. Then although you still have some defilements, then it will not torture you frequently like before. Is it? So you have developed mind. The Buddha taught those two stanzas to Bhikkhu Sangha. At the end of the stanza, many Bhikkhu became Sotapanna, etc. Yes? The Venerable Nanda also became Arhanta before this already. By knowing this, the Buddha's teaching, then you should develop your mind. You should develop samatha and vipassana meditation all the times to prevent the arisings of defilement in your mind, like well-test house. May you be able to practice to attain nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu, nibbana pisya hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, anumodami. Sadhu, anumoditapan. Khamami Kamitapan Sukhi Hotu Nibbana Pasyotu